One of my most favorite resorts I have ever stayed at is the Andaz Scottsdale Resort. Located right in the middle of Scottsdale, Arizona, you will find this mid-century modern luxury resort is close to everything, and it makes this place a perfect location for a peaceful getaway that is great for couples or families. Welcome to the Savvy Sightseer, the channel that helps you travel savvy. The Andaz Scottsdale instantly welcomes you to a desert oasis of tranquility. What sets this place apart from others I have stayed at is how the bungalows and suites are spread out over 23 secluded acres that the Andaz sits on. Everything is one level with paths lined by manicured rocks and landscaping connecting the bungalows and suites. The sprawling resort with Camelback Mountain as a backdrop and citrus trees emitting a sweet fragrance that envelops you as you walk through. This resort is a treat for the senses and creates privacy and calm for its guests. From the moment you step onto the property, you are warmly greeted in the lobby with a welcome drink, alcoholic or non-alcoholic, it's your choice, and offered a treat they make on site. From there, you can take in the stunning turquoise pool below. The turquoise pool is the main pool that sits central on the property. Surrounded by palm trees with the music blasting, this makes for a great place for both adults and kids. Even though the pool isn't huge, it was never so busy that it felt too crowded. We were always able to find seats, and they also had these floating mats that were great to just lay on and float in the pool. There's also poolside service offering food and locally inspired beverage options, which is always a must so you can just sit back and relax and enjoy that cocktail. And at night, it was stunning sitting under the illuminated palm trees. Besides the main pool, there are actually two other pools on site. The first one is called the Retreat Pool, and that is for guests staying at one of the retreat rooms, which are rooms that cost a little bit extra because of their location. The last pool is the Palo Verde Spa and Apothecary Pool, which is the adults only pool on site and located within the Palo Verde Spa. All pools offer poolside service, with the one at the spa serving more spa-like food and drink options, such as smoothies. Speaking of the spa, located on property is the Palo Verde Spa. I had the privilege to enjoy a massage at this spa and to get a few hours to myself relaxing. The spa provides a few healthy snacks and beverages in their relaxation room. There's also an outside area with a hot tub for spa guests, where I spent some time reading along with the pool area that I had mentioned earlier. The spa is modern, clean, and very peaceful, which is everything you could ask for with a spa. At the end of my massage, I was offered a glass of sparkling wine and was able to spend some more time just relaxing. I loved the little touches that encouraged relaxation, such as the drift sand machine, and this was fascinating to watch and actually very calming. After I was done relaxing, I was able to shower and get dressed to get ready for my day because they provided everything you needed to clean up. Another added benefit of this resort is that it offers many activities for guests, both paid and free. And some you may have to sign up for, and some you can do whenever you want. Each day they have a poolside beverage you can come and get in the afternoon between a scheduled time. There's also a self-guided garden tour that takes you around the resort, noticing impressive cacti and other plant life, which I enjoyed tremendously, being someone who loves those types of things. One thing that did fascinate me, though, were the rocks that were all around the property. They were perfectly raked, creating this Zen garden feel. If any rocks became out of place for whatever reason, they seemed to magically be back to their perfectly manicured state. The interesting thing was that I never actually saw anyone doing it, so I'm not sure how they did it without anyone noticing. But it was just a nice touch that made you feel like you were someplace special and unique. Now, along the garden tour near the cactus garden, you will come across the Andaz Bees and Beehive. Here you can see hundreds of bees buzzing about their hive. And if you're lucky, while you're walking around the property, you might even see a cottontail rabbit hanging out. The property also has bikes and e-bikes you can use to tour off-site. There's also cooking classes, cocktail classes, yoga, and many, many more things to do. And you'll also find a nice workout facility on site if you're looking to get in a workout. Also located throughout the property are giant Connect 4 games where you can play as a family. And one of my kids' favorite things they offered were the s'mores kits. In the lobby, you can pick up s'mores kits, which are complimentary, and sit by one of the many fire pits around the property and roast your own s'mores. This made for a really fun and special activity for my kids at night. At night, the property becomes sparkling in white lights and it's enchanting. It's one of the more beautiful properties at night that we have stayed at. And when the sun sets over Camelback Mountain, the backdrop looks like a painting. The rooms themselves at the resort are unique in their mid-century modern aesthetic. Each room has its own courtyard, making it feel like you were entering your own little house. With all the rooms spread out across the property, it felt very private. We rarely saw someone except if you were more in the center part of the resort near the pool. We had a 2-queen room, which felt roomy despite it only being 355 square feet. The rooms were well equipped with quality products from their spa, a Keurig, and complimentary snacks and non-alcoholic beverages, which you often don't see at resorts. They provide other snacks and beverages for a fee, so make sure to read the card that tells you what is complimentary and what isn't. You are also provided with reusable water bottles, which is something I always appreciate. Located on site is their restaurant Weft and Warp, which overlooks the pool if you're dining outside. It's highly ranked and serves breakfast, lunch, dinner, and even a happy hour. Also, right off property within walking distance is a Mexican restaurant called Blanco Tacos y Tequila that we absolutely loved. Just make sure to make reservations because it does get busy and the wait can be quite long. Overall, both the kids and adults loved our stay at the Andaz, and I highly recommend it if you are looking for someplace to stay in Scottsdale. The location is perfect, the vibe is fun and modern, yet peaceful and relaxing. What more could you ask for in a vacation? Thank you for joining me and letting me share with you about the Andaz Scottsdale Resort and Bungalows. If you have any more questions about the Andaz or Scottsdale, feel free to leave your question in the comments. Also, make sure to hit subscribe so you can see more of my videos to help inspire your next travel destination and to help you travel savvy.